John Eichler. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice hat.
Nice to meet you. Oh my God, this is so awesome. Oh my God.
What do you think's fixing to happen here today?
Well, I won or something.
Well, we was from us here at John Wayne. We just want to tell you that we appreciate your service and your honor to our country. And this is a way for us to give a little back to you. We know that you have a bad heater and you have a hard time lighting that pilot. And got an old window unit, so we're going to take all that out, get you a brand new heating and cooling system, a new water heater, a new electrical panel, and we're going to get it all done before Christmas, so when everybody comes over for Christmas Eve, everything's going to be good and comfortable. It's going to happen today.
Well, today what we're doing for the Uriegas family is installing our high-efficiency two-stage Crockett system, which is going to provide the family with the superb comfort and protection. We're also going to be installing a Nest thermostat with a couple of Nest Protects, which are carbon monoxide and smoke alarms, smoke detectors. So with this, the family is going to be getting a brand new superior air distribution system. It's going to be coming with R38 attic insulation. Family's going to be able to save quite a bit on their electricity bills. Comfort throughout the house, especially for Mr. Uriegas, who has a problem lighting the wall furnace right now. With this here, he'll have comfort at the touch of his fingertips, and the family's going to be very comfortable from here on out.
Yes, I'm John Massey with plumbing for John Wayne. We're going to be changing out the 40-gallon natural gas water heater, bringing everything up to code upgrades by city standards, and taking care of one of our veterans.
What we're doing for the Uriegas is we're replacing the exterior panel, upgrading the box for them, making it safe, taking power to the attic so we can feed the new AC units.
This family was selected because Mr. Uriegas is a Vietnam veteran who received the Purple Heart serving our country. So he made a big sacrifice to our country. We appreciate our veterans, and we're happy that we're able to do something like this for him.
How did we find out about him?
He was nominated by his daughter, Joanna. She nominated him. There was several hundred nominations. One of the things going on here is he has an old wall furnace with a pilot light, and it's a little difficult for him to get down there and light that pilot, and that'll be a thing of the past after today.
Oh, my name is Pablo Uriegas, and I was an infantryman in the Marine Corps.
What years did you serve?
I got out 70.
68 through 70.
Yeah.
He was in Vietnam.
She does all the talking for me, by the way.
Tell me what's happening here today.
Oh, I won this John Wayne free air conditioning and rewiring of my panel, and everything's gonna get done in a day. It's gonna be ready today.
And who nominated you?
And my daughter got me into this.
Which one?
My daughter, Jo Ann Martinez. And she got me. They wrote a big old thing with beer and everything, and all my neighbors and all my family, including my sister over there. And
it was awesome. It was a big surprise.
It was a big surprise.
We thought it was going to be tomorrow if they were going to let us know. So we were completely surprised this morning.
The owner was here, and we were really surprised. A lot. We've been wanting this for a long time. Yeah. We live on window units, but she likes the house warm, and I keep a unit in my room, which, doesn't work out too good.
It gets too hot for him in the summer, even with a window unit.
So this is going to be awesome for him.
I sleep with a fan
very
in the
nature.
unit all day. I keep it on all year.
And 24 hours a day.
I wear them out.
Yes, we go through ACs a lot, but this is awesome. This is great. This is oh my God.
I cover myself, but I love it cold. Yeah. This,
And it's going to help a lot with the bill.
Absolutely.
With the bill, because running those window units, oh my God,
Are you
it's
able to
expensive.
rough what you pay a month to?
About 250, 300 with the units, and that's because I don't run them all. Just basically kids, but when it gets real hot, that I put all of them on, it's crazy. And then I can't run one because it'll trip the other. So yeah, but no, oh my God, this is going to be wonderful. This is going to be great, awesome.
I can't get up from the floor. I can't get up from the floor at all. So I have to keep a ladder inside to get up with my elbows. So I have to keep a light ladder inside. So
He was wounded in Vietnam, so he had knee replacements and revisions. And anytime he's on the floor flat, he can't get up. It's real hard for him to get up, so we keep a ladder so he can hang on to the ladder and I hang on to the side. And the first day that it got real cold, well, like I said, I need the heater. He doesn't, but I do. He laid down on the floor to light it. And it took me 2 hours to try and get him up. And I was struggling. I couldn't get him up. And it just so happened Jo Ann and my grandson came by, and it took us almost another hour to get him up. So we won't have to do that anymore.
I fall down outside and she goes to get tacos and I have to wait till she comes back.
He can't. He falls a lot. He has a falling problem with his. The knees don't sustain him, so he falls a lot. Yeah, it's hard for him. It's very hard for him, but now he won't. This is awesome. This is, oh my God, this is awesome. Yeah, he's got a lot of problems. A lot of problems with medical. And then he had a stroke last year, and then 2 more TIAs this year. So his left side is the problem, that he can't function with it. His hand, his arm, his legs. But he's going to therapy, so we're hoping he's got some movement back and everything's coming along. But we'll see. But we're so grateful. We're so grateful. This is awesome. I even tried with a VA and they declined it. I put him for central heat and air with a VA, but because he's not missing a limb or he's not burned or anything like that, they won't do it.
What does this mean to you, sir?
It's going to be cool. I'm going to be cool for a change.
What does it mean to have a company like John Wayne looking out for veterans like
That's
you?
cool too. That's really cool.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's.
Everybody around here takes care of me. Everybody, my neighbors, all of them take care of me.
I see the commercials on, and I had read for it because there was an article of him in I think it was the Reporter, and where he graduated from Harlandale and all that. So right, yeah, that's awesome.
Very close to home.
And for him to give back to the community, I mean, God bless him. God bless him.
And then that's not. I was thinking, well, tomorrow they're going to come over here and tell us, well, second prize and all this.
He was telling me that yesterday. He goes, we never win anything. We'll probably get second. And look at us. Oh, my God.
They're going to give us a consolation prize or something.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Thank God for
cool.
him. Thank God for him and his company.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank all of you. Thank all of you.
For everything.
God bless you.
For everything.
My name is Jo Ann Martinez.
And why did you nominate your dad?
I nominated my dad because he has had a difficult time lately with a lot of his disabilities and injuries, and that are both military related and just health wise. He hasn't been doing very well. He's suffered a few strokes now and can't use all of his body anymore. And from a person who's used to be an electrician and build houses and get in the walls and attics and stuff. It's really hard for him to sit down and not be able to do things for himself. I think what really prompted me to want to replace that furnace was the one day we walked in on him and he'd been on the floor for 2 hours trying to get up from lighting that pilot. And so, I wanted to do something, and I heard the advertisement on the radio that John Wayne was doing, and I thought to myself, like, who more deserving than my dad? He doesn't think he deserves it, but he does. The radio station, I don't even remember what station I was listening to. It's not a station I normally listen to. There was some political news on the background, and I was just about to change it when I heard it. And so I went online and wrote, a brief story about my dad and his history and his medical conditions and stuff. And I'm surprised that they called me and said that we were one of the finalists. So we're blessed. I think it'll impact both. My dad has a skin condition that, he's always itching and scratching, and especially when it's really hot and humid. So I think just in the summertime specifically is when it gets worse, and I think the central air will fix that, because he's usually at home. He hardly ever goes out anymore. As far as the pilot, obviously won't have to light the pilot anymore, but I think it'll make things a lot easier for them. It'll help them financially too, because they pay a lot in the CPS bill every month, and running the window units, and it's an older house. They can't run everything at the same time, so it's hard to cool down the whole house. And I think my dad will get around a lot easier and be a lot more comfortable, because he spends most of his time here at home now. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever be at ease. I mean, I know he'll be more comfortable. Again, my mom too, that's important to me, and that she's more comfortable while she's here too, because my mom retired from the school district that she was at to help care for my dad after his strokes, and so she spends most of her time here taking care of my dad too. So for both of them, I think, they're both going to benefit from it, as well as we are. I mean, I think my sisters and I are going to be more comfortable knowing that they're more comfortable, but we still come and we visit them and make sure that, it's a lot for my mom to do. So we come over and make sure that we help give my mom a break every once in a while. So I think we're all going to benefit from it. The stove also is a big heat conductor for them, so they use the stove also, because the furnace is just right here. So it's really hot here, but it's colder in the, so they kind of use different resources for the heat during the winter. So
Is that also
we're going to be safer. Yeah, exactly. I'm afraid they're going to not turn the oven off correctly, or, my mom gets busy, my dad will just all of a sudden need help, and she'll take off to go do something, and she'll have to stop cooking, or just things like that. So there's always a distraction, especially if he's trying to move around. I think they were both very, very surprised, and like my dad was saying earlier last night, he couldn't sleep and was saying, we're just going to win second prize. So I think that, like I said, he's one of those that I don't need anything, I don't want anybody to help me. And I'm glad that he accepted it today, because normally he would be like, get out of my house. So, I'm glad that he accepted it today and, opened his home to y'all. Yeah, beyond. That's why I was surprised that he even let the employees from John Wayne came in yesterday to interview him. They took some dimensions of the home. And like I said, he just fell Monday, so he was not feeling well. And I was surprised that he actually came out and he talked to them, and he wired this house. He used to be an electrician. He wired this house. The company that he worked for wired this house when they did the remodel. And so there were a lot of questions that they had asked me that I could not answer, because I didn't know when it had been wired, when's the last time they replaced this or that. And when my dad woke up, he was like, well, I have this here and this here and this here. And they were like, great, we got everything we need. So, I'm glad that he opened his house to y'all and said, thank you. We need more people like them. You just see the negative now. Unfortunately, that just that's what the news is. It's all bad news. And I'd like for people to see that there are people like this company to help everybody, you know, like they were saying later that they're going to sponsor 150 kids, you know, for Christmas and feed them and give them gifts and stuff, and you just don't, where do you find that? You know, you have to look hard to find people like that. And, you know, my dad deserves it. My dad deserves it. I'm very grateful to John Wayne and their company, the owners, the employees that came yesterday and talked. So they were here with my dad for like an hour, and he was nice and calm and answered all their questions, had a good conversation with them, and I appreciate that.
You're part of our family now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
All right. Well, again, it is our honor and our pleasure to serve you. Thank you for the service to our country, and God bless you. And I hope you have a beautiful and Merry Christmas.
Oh, this is the best.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
Wow.
You bet. You're welcome. Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're quite welcome.